Hey everybody, welcome back to the news desk here on ThatNewToySmell.com, part of the Pop Culture Network. Now, before we get into some of the toy news this week, couple announcements we have to make. Starting on Monday, you're going to find the video game losers are returning. Lord Killen and myself are sitting down to relaunch Video Game Losers. This is, I don't know, part 4, part 5. I'm not sure how many times we've tried to revamp it, but this time we're pretty sure we have a format that works. Now, along with adding the new Video Game Losers show, we are going to be putting the news desk in regular rotations around the Pop Culture Network. That's right, it's a new year, new attitude, and new news desks. So that means on Tuesdays, you're going to start getting your comic book news desk, talking about releases coming out the following day on Wednesday. We're going to have reviews of some of the books that'll be hitting the store. So that'll help you figure out maybe if there's something you want to be reading. Then on Thursday, we're going to be adding a video game news desk, talking about some of the key stories that will be in the following episode of Video Game Losers. So that'll give you an opportunity to get an idea of what we're talking about, and then you can come to the forums, you can join the discussion, and we can throw that in with the show. One other thing to remember is that from time to time I have done a wrestling news desk. I used to do wrestling radio, and a lot of you guys have been asking for that to come back, and it probably will at some point in March. I know you're thinking, March? Why are you waiting until March? Well, that's going to be the ramp up for WrestleMania. As we head into WrestleMania, we're going to get the wrestling news desk back. Not sure exactly when. We may do a special for the Royal Rumble and another special sometime in February, but then look for March. So, right now we're looking Saturday, your toy news desk. Tuesday is going to be your comic news desk. Thursday, your video game news desk. So, I hope you guys are looking forward to that. I know I am, unless you guys hate the idea, and then I'll stop doing it. But, whatever. But now, since we're here for the toy news desk for ThatNewToySmell.com, part of the Pop Culture Network, let's take a look at some of the toy news stories that are going on this week. One of the big ones is LEGO has announced a girls' toy line starting this year. LEGO Group announced the LEGO Friends line. It's a girl-centric line. Basically, the build kits are going to be made of regular Legos. The key here is that they are adding new female characters. And the female characters are not your standard LEGO minifigs. These are brand new designs. They actually look kind of like Playmobil. Or Playmobil, however you pronounce that, looks more along the lines of what those figures look like. If you've seen any of the Best Lock brand girls branded Legos or build blocks or whatever they call them, they look actually kind of like those people in those sets, in the female sets. So that's going to be something interesting. And of course, coming from Lego, they're going to be doing a lot of branding with this. You're probably going to see some CGI specials. Stuff. Lego has an on-demand service that's running right now through Comcast. I'm not sure if it appears anywhere else, but of course they also have the DVD specials and whatnot. So look for Lego Friends to be appearing in some of those as well. Let's see, what else do we have here? DC Universe All-Stars Series 2. We're getting some new 52 versions of some of the DC Universe characters. And to me, it kind of brings back the idea of, they had talked about the the service, the subscription service, Club Infinite Earths. They couldn't show off some of the sculpts for the year, and I kind of wondered if they're going to be working some new 52 figures into that. Well, Mattel is saying that with the DC Universe All-Star Series 2, you're going to get the new 52 version of Superman and Flash. You're also going to get the black costume Supergirl from the old DC universe. That is the one that I believe it was from when Apocalypse tried to turn her evil, and then she used it a couple times after that. And also Red Robin, the original DC universe version, not the new 52 version that looks terrible. So that'll be actually a fun one to look forward to. I'm going to actually keep my eye out for some of those figures. And then one last piece of news I want to discuss here today is the BotCon 2012 Shattered Glass Heroic Decepticon Soundwave. Now, our friends over at tformers.com got some pics of this, and they're saying that it's basically a Reveal the Shield Ironhide with a new paint job and a new head sculpt. Now, I have to admit, I actually kind of like this. A lot of people have said they don't like it. The Shattered Glass characters have a weird color scheme a lot of people don't like. They also say it looks kind of like a fat Optimus Prime, which I'm not sure where that whole dialogue came from. But to be honest, Soundwave is not going to be a cassette player anymore. That's my favorite incarnation of Soundwave. I don't like him as a Jeep. I don't like him as a big truck. With DJ speakers on the side and the kind of things that they've done with him over the past few years. I have to say, this is the first time I've seen a sculpt of Soundwave since that original cassette player that made me actually excited for the character. I'm a little upset that this is a BotCon 2012 exclusive because there's no way I'm going to BotCon, and I'm not sure if this is something I'm going to be able to order separately. I would like to get this figure. I know there's a lot of jokes we have here at the Pop Culture Network about Transformers, and it's basically because people whined that we didn't cover Transformers enough, so the joke just started that we hate Transformers. Really, we don't. And this is one that I would actually like to get. So, anyone want to help a brother out? You're heading to BotCon 2012. You think you might be able to pick up one of these for me? Drop me a line, let me know. More than happy to PayPal you a few dollars, $2, $3 maybe. Let's make it happen. And one final piece of news. This year is a leap year. There is an extra day in February. So, right now, I am going to go out and I'm going to call February 29th official Tron Day 2012. That's right, Tron Day. That's going to be the day we can dress up like Tron Guy. We should all watch Tron and Tron Legacy. We should get on the interwebs and talk about Tron. We should put Tron banners and our signatures on message boards. Tron Day 2012. This is going to be our first foray into the goodness known as DirtCon 2012, which will probably end up be happening at the snack bar at C2E2 from about 12:05 to 12:15. But hey, one way or another, fun things happening this year. Tron Day 2012. Also, if you're a fan of Voltron, the name Tron is in the name Voltron. So if you want to talk about Voltron on Tron Day 2012, that's all right too. I got no problems with that. In fact, I'd still like to head down to St. Louis and talk to some of you Voltron guys about some of the cool stuff you have going on with Voltron this year. Call me. So, ladies and gentlemen, Tron Day 2012, the final day in February this year. Look for it. It's going to be amazing, magical, stupendous, spectacular. Jambalaya. I don't know. I ran out of words. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on Tuesday with your comic book news desk.